What is going on, people? It is I, Fonz the Falco, resident wrestling fan here at Review Preview, and I also talk a bunch of other sports. That includes the NFL draft. And a reminder, if you haven't seen any of my draft coverage or anything else with the channel, definitely take a look at them after you watch this video. Of course, subscribe to the Review Preview channel if you haven't. Now, last week I did the running back prospect in Bijan Robinson, the consensus #1 running back prospect. But my next video here is the #2, Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. This is a guy that I'm actually really looking forward to seeing at the next level. Gibbs only played 1 year at Alabama, previously with Georgia Tech, transferred with the Crimson Tide at 5'9", close to 200 pounds. He had a really good 1 year with the Alabama Crimson Tide with 151 attempts, 926 yards, and 7 touchdowns to go along with that. He had 44 catches, 444 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 4-4, 4-4-4. Something to ponder at. But his 2 separate stints with the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Alabama Crimson Tide, he had a lot of good accolades. Last year, he won the second-team All-SEC selection in 2022. And when he was at Georgia Tech, he won the first-team All-ACC selection. It was actually a second-team All-American selection in 2021. Gibbs is a stereotypical speed back. He is really good. Gibbs is a stereotypical athletic speed back. He had a 4.36 40 and a 33.5 vertical jump. This guy is some athlete. I mean, there were a lot of comparisons to Alvin Kamara, who, fun fact, did play for Alabama for a little bit, was a member of the Crimson Tide. But this is a very good comparison. Kamara is an excellent runner, but also a good pass catcher out of the backfield. And Gibbs, this is like the perfect comparison for a college to pro athlete. Look at some of his strength, which I always do. He's probably the best skill set of any running back in this class. Now, I love Bijan Robinson, but he has to fit a certain team that needs a power back. Gibbs, in today's NFL, fits really well with really any team. A guy that wants to catch passes out of the backfield, but also can run between the tackles. Out of all the running backs, he's the best fit for anywhere. But like I said, Robinson's the better player. But Gibbs can fit in any scheme on any team right now. And for running back, you wouldn't expect him to have a good route tree, but catching a pass out of the backfield and even running out of the backfield to go for a pass, he can do that no problem. He has a really good route tree, and it's something you don't really see a lot with running backs making it to the next level. And like I said, he has the good strength to be a power back when called upon, so he has a good combination, the best of both worlds. He's truly something special. And the speed, that 4.36, you see it a lot, and it easily burns tacklers, especially in the corners, which we'll see a couple plays in a little bit. This guy's speed is unreal. And he has great ball carrier vision. Really does not stutter or doesn't stop. He doesn't give a second thought. If he sees the open lane, he goes to it absolutely no problem, and has a nice fluidity as a runner, and really can stop and cut at any point when needed. And here's the crazy thing about Gibbs. By the time he'll be drafted, he'll be only 21 years old. You think about that. Running backs, they're a dime a dozen. And their prime years are a couple of years. Coming into the league at 21 years old, you have more than enough time to develop into a very good back. Again, think about that. He's going to be 21 by the time he gets drafted. So he has plenty of other years to get into his actual prime. Now, I said there's a lot of great strengths with this guy, but there's a few little weaknesses here and there too. Obviously, as a good speed back or whatever, he does lack a little bit, with pass blocking, whatever, which again, if you're in a third down pass situation, you see him in the backfield, you'll likely see him going out and catching a pass and not blocking. So that could be a little bit of trouble, especially, if defenses see that, they'll kind of know. But as a smaller back, and he doesn't really get the pass block situation, you kind of know what you're going to get when he's on the field. And like I said, under 200 pounds, like at the 195, 198 range too. He's not going to be your bell cow running back at the next level, especially when you move against NFL front sevens. So he's got to put a lot more frame into it if he wants to do that. But those are really small little weaknesses that he definitely can work on heading to the next level. Let's take a look at these plays. Let me tell you. Here's the first one here against Arkansas. Bryce Young gives him the ball and just runs up the sidelines. Look at how fast this guy is. His speed is unreal. Just burns through everybody. No problem. This is the first of many times. And look at that vision right there. Cuts perfectly and sees the open lane. He turns on the Jets. I'm telling you right now, this guy is going to put a bunch of highlights out at the next level. See here another play. Hands off to the other side. Same game here later on. Turns on the Jets. I just can't. There's nothing else you can say. I can just keep watching Jahmyr Gibbs highlights all day. Up the sideline, there's his speed. No one's going to touch him. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Next up here, another one. You're just going to see it. Sees the open lane, goes perfectly here against Utah State. Cuts perfectly. Now, they caught him up on here because that little juke here and there, but he got it right on his feet. He could have maybe gotten the touchdown if the refs maybe didn't see that, but that was also a really good play of his. Let's take a look at some plays coming out of the backfield. Right there. You see the pockets collapsing here, but you see Gibbs catches it and runs up the sideline, takes a broken play, close to the house here, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop him. There really is nothing you can do here. Here's another one here. Bryce Young goes out, passes him right in the middle there, and Gibbs sees the open lane, cuts it right there, fakes out 2 defenders, a third one, almost got the 4. Actually ended up getting it here. 5. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this guy's just a human highlight reel. Here another one in the red zone. Goes a little wheel route, little spin move there, boom, touchdown. Again, I couldn't write this any better for Gibbs. And lastly here, we'll do a final run play to show here his speed. You think he's going to stop in the backfield, but no. Little fake out. Shout out to the guy blocking there, too. Scores it in. Easy money for Gibbs. And you see the highlights of this guy. Now, I love Bijan Robinson, but Jahmyr Gibbs is a good second prize. I think he'll be the second running back taken. Now, in the era of running backs, they're not going to be taken as much. So, Bijan Robinson, no doubt, could be the first running back taken. Gibbs will be the second one. I have him right now as an early second round, maybe late first round if Robinson's taken, depending on the situation. But a lot of teams are going to use the services, and I have 3 teams that will fit his scheme perfectly. First up here is the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I had Robinson with the Cowboys in my last video too, but if the Cowboys cannot land Robinson, I think Gibbs is a good second option for him. Him and Tony Pollard's a pretty good backfield, a speed backfield. Dak Prescott will have some 2 nice options to throw to out of the backfield if CeeDee Lamb is not open for him. My second pick here is the Cincinnati Bengals. They just let go of Samaje Perine. He is now in Denver, and we don't know what's going to happen with the future of Joe Mixon. But regardless, Gibbs will fit perfectly in that scheme with Joe Burrow, him, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. That's a fast offense. I think that's going to be a good fit for him. I'm going to hate to see it as a Ravens fan, but what can you do? Gibbs will fit in that situation perfectly. But not as perfect as my first team. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles is the perfect fit for Jahmyr Gibbs. I know they signed Rashad Penny to a really underrated contract, by the way, for him. And Penny's very good, but he is often injured. Put Gibbs in there as a good rotational guy for the Philadelphia offense. Him, Smith, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, that offense would be absolutely incredible. And putting Gibbs in that offense, they like speed. Philadelphia loves speed. Put Gibbs in that offense, guess what you got? You got more speed. Overall with Gibbs, I think he's going to have a very good NFL career, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to him at the next level. He's going to kill it, I think, wherever he goes. He's the perfect running back. Him and Robinson is a very good top 2 option in the running back class, which is relatively a little bit weak, but those top 2 are very good. Let me know what you think about Jahmyr Gibbs. Do you think Gibbs is a first-round talent? Do you think he'll slide the second round? Where do you have him going? What do you like about him? What don't you like about him? What teams did I not mention do you think he'll be perfect for? If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the Review and Preview channel. If you haven't, we have a bunch of draft coverage throughout the rest of the week and also from the previous weeks. Definitely check them out if you haven't. Check out a bunch of our other live shows throughout the week. We have a bunch of stuff: pro wrestling, football, baseball, hockey. We got it all here, Review and Preview. And once you follow all that other stuff, if you want to support your guy, check out me, Fonz the Falco. My YouTube channel is Fonz the Falco. My TikTok is Fonz the Falco. Very simple. I have my own podcast, the Slick Back Kickback Report. You can get it wherever you get your podcast, but don't follow my stuff yet until you follow Review and Previews. That is my only thing that I request you guys to do. And that wraps up for this video. Let me know again what you guys think down below of Gibbs and some other prospects. We'll see you guys on Thursday. We do our Review and Preview live first round coverage. I'm Fonz the Falco signing off. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.